Old stuck up. The fat controller preferred steam engines on his railway, but he found diesels useful because they could pull either coaches or trucks. He would say to them. Boko and Barry were proud of this, but James was not impressed. He liked these two diesels, but he treated all others with deep suspicion. He would say, visiting diesels sometimes boasted how special they were. Usually, Boko and Bear had to spend the next day shooting rough. Alright, let me try again. Visiting diesels sometimes boasted about. Visiting diesels sometimes boasted how. Ah, Visiting diesels sometimes boasted how. Come on, stop skipping words. Visiting diesels sometimes boasted about how special they were. Usually, Boko and Bear had to spend the next day smoothing ruffled feelings. One day, a perfectly holly diesel came from the other railway. When the visitor found that he was to share a shed with steam engines, he stopped outside in disgust and refused to go any further. He growled rudely. He shuddered delicately? Dec- decli- delicately? Hold on, let me Google translate this. Okay, I think I got it. He growled rudely. He shuddered delicately. The diesel continued loftily. Boko, who was showing the diesel around, lost patience. He said crossly. Snorted James. The engines were glad when morning came. They went to. I think you're supposed to say what they, not the. That's a typo. The engines went. The engines were glad when morning came. They went to fetch their trains as early as they could, and the visitor was left alone. He purred to himself. The cleaning equipment and fuel supply were in the part of the shed that Boko Bear shared. Old Stucker was so full of self. It mm. The cleaning equipment and fuel supply were in the. Oh boy. Let me let me try this again. The cleaning equipment and fuel supply were in the part of the shed that Boko Bear shared. Old Stucker was so full of itself. It, importance. Okay, let me try this one more time. The cleaning equipment and fuel supply were part of the shed that Boko Bear shared. Old Stucker was so full of self-independence, that importance, that independence. The cleaning equipment and fuel supply were in the part of the shed that Boko Bear shared. Old Stucker was so full of Why can't I say it? Okay, let's continue. The cleaning equipment and the cleaning equipment and fuel supply were in part of the shed that Boko Bear shared. Old Stucker was so full of self importance that he had forgotten that he would be needing cleaning and refueling before he went home. Oh, finally. It was getting late when he remembered. He thought. He scuttled forward quickly, too quickly. The rails where Bear and Boko had stood were oily, and when he tried to stop, he couldn't. He wailed, and his wheels locked and stared, his eyes shut as he with a oh uh he wailed as his wheels locked and skittered, slittered. Uh, he wailed as his wheels locked and slittered. He shut his eyes as with a despairing whoop of horror. No, this, this. Oh my! I need so many. I had to Google so many words. Despairing? Is that what it is? I think so. Oh my goodness, now I have to redo this. He wails at he wailed at his wheels locked and slithered. No, why do I keep forgetting to say lines? Okay. He wailed as his he wailed as his wheels locked and it slithered like a snake. He wailed as his wheels locked and slithered. His eyes. Please, can I please get this done? He wailed as his wheels. Why I keep stuttering? I'm usually not good as a narrator. He wailed as his wheels locked and slithered. He shut his eyes as with a despairing. Okay. He wailed as his wheels were locked and slithered. He shut his eyes with a despairing whoop of horror. He crashed into the wall at the end of the shed. The diesel was not badly damaged, but a dreadful draft came through the hole of the wall. When the other engines came, the diesel was not badly damaged, but a dreadful draft came through. Come on, please. The diesel was not badly damaged, but a dreadful draft came through the hole in the wall. When the other engines came home, they heard the story of Douglas who cleared up the mess. Chortled Henry. Chuckled Boko. There. Done it. I'm okay doing with you, Trade Boy 17, but Frankfurt, please stop begging.